Merhaba, benim adım Fatma. Nasılsınız? Um, um, ben de iyiyim. Yeah, that's where I'm leaving that. Hello, everyone. This is Fatima, and this is day 9 of the 30-day pimsleur challenge. So, I've been at this all day today. I did a better summation of lesson 8 from our very, very short video last night. Just to make sure I record or something, but this is going to be a really long video. So I'm going to go over lesson 8 and 9. So lesson 8, they actually introduced honorifics. Honorifics are like Mr. and Mrs. So if you need to speak to Mr. Ali, you would say Ali Bey. And if it is Mrs. Fatima, it will be Fatima Hanım. So Hanım and Bey, Mr. and Mrs. The example used someone's name, or a girl named Ayla. But the more I was typing Ayla, then I had to be like, Ayla wants Iron, and I was like, I'm just gonna make it my name. So, I mean, Ayla's a beautiful name. Hello to all the Aylas out there. But for this practice, I'm mixing it up with the yogurt drink, so it's not helpful for me in this scenario. Ali's fine. It's actually my father's middle name and my son's. So, family name. No, that one's fine. Okay, and Ali Bey. All right, so on that, so pretty much the conversation for the beginning of 8 was pretty much like, oh, hello, Mr. Bey. How are you doing? I'm doing well, Mrs. Ayla. Do you want to go get some food? Right? We love food. We love food, especially in these scenarios. So, Ayla Hanım or Fatima Hanım, şimdi bir şey yemek ister misiniz? Teşekkür ederim Ali Bey. Şimdi değil ama bir şey içelim. Ne içersiniz? Ayran. This is the ayran. Ayran içelim. Hayır, kahve içelim. Ben de kahve içelim. So it's like, I'll drink ayran. No, I'll drink coffee. Oh, I will also drink coffee. So that's the first or the conversation that starts lesson 8. And then lesson 8 starts just a lot of where we're eating at, where we drinking at, where is the location, back to a lot of location. But the biggest takeaway I found for chapter 8 is they're really trying to press the vowel harmony when to say de versus da, especially in locations. So hotel de will be at the hotel. La canta da is at the restaurant. And if you know the name of the restaurant, meaning, like a noun, so generic would be lo canta da, at the restaurant. But if you're like, oh, at the Kana restaurant, you do Kana la canta shimde. So I realized when you have a proper noun, you add shimde and take off the da or de. So if the hotel was like at the Marriott Hotel, I believe that would be Marriott Hotel Shimdi, if the vowel harmony is correct on that. He didn't actually tell me all the letters that I need to do the vowel harmony on. Oh yeah, it's the afternoon, so I'm doing a lesson not 11 o'clock at night, so that's a win. But I have been at this since like 9 o'clock this morning, and it is almost 3. I did stop break for food and stuff. But yeah, this is like 4 hours of Turkish today, a Sunday. I've got lots of chores to do, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm getting in. So, from what I've gathered, an example of hotel de, there's an E, is the last vowel before the word at. So de, so E to E. Locanta ends with an A, so the last vowel is A, so it's da. And that's what I got. I also saw bizde, sizde. So, at our place, at your place. Bizdeme, sizdeme. That is also DE, but I believe it's because there's an I in biz and siz. So maybe it's like A, O, U, you get da, and I and E, you get de. I feel like I read that somewhere, but it's not part of this lesson and I can't remember. Okay, so let's eat at our house. Biz de yiyelim. Those were really the biggest. A lot of it's just like, we're buying stuff now. We have activities. That's right. That was lesson 8. The word for, what do you want to do? What are we doing out in these streets? Yapmak. What you want to do? Ne yapmak istersiniz? Ne, what? To do, yapmak. İstersiniz. What would you like? Yeah. İstersiniz is would you like, not what would you like. Ne is what. So, literally, what would you like to do? It's a beautiful day. What would you like to do? Apparently, the first thing you'd ever want to do if you go to Turkey, is alışveriş. Alışveriş. You know what that is? Shopping. Why not? Let's shop all day, every day, and drink chai içelim. Alışveriş. It's been a long day. We'll keep going. All right, so alışveriş yapmak istiyorum. I would like to do shopping. What would be the first thing you want to buy? Apparently it's coffee. We're in Turkey. We got to buy coffee if we're doing any shopping. Kahve almak, to buy. Almak istiyorum. So, if you like into doing something, it's istiyorum. If someone's asking you what you want to do, it's istersiniz. So if I'm like, I would like to do something, or I like istiyorum, asking someone, would you like istersiniz? Siniz must be something like you on the emphasis. We're talking about somebody else. Istiyorum is you. You're talking about yourself. Istersiniz, somebody else. Okay, but when you're asking someone, what would they like the phrase "ister musunuz," it's like, would you like? If you don't emphasize, it's almost like generic, I think, because it's not asking, would you like? It's just like, would you like to eat something later? Ister musunuz kind of thing. But what would you like to do? You got to use istersiniz. So I'm getting a little caught up with that. I'm just trying to remember the phrasing of the questions, but I don't have an actual deep understanding yet. I don't think so. So, what do you like to do? Ne yapmak istersiniz? And in your response, I would like to do some shopping. Alışveriş yapmak istiyorum. If you would like to buy, is almak. So yapmak, almak. don't know the connection. I mean, buy, to shop. And so you would then put the object you want to purchase first, the verb to buy, and then I would like. So, cafe almak istiyorum. Sunflower seeds. I çekirdeği. I çekirdeği almak istiyorum. I go through, these are my favorite sunflower seeds. It's Turkish, right? So this is a Turkish company and everything. But when I looked up, it's actually made in I don't know, these one. Okay, there must have been a different color bag. They were actually imported from Germany, and I was like, what? I know this is a Turkish brand because I've bought these in Turkish and they're my favorite. They're huge, they're delicious. Okay, great for magnesium. This is not a sunflower seed commercial. So, I çekirdeği almak istiyorum. I would like to buy sunflower seeds. I would probably finish this bag by the end of this because I ate that many. Dang, how many ounces is this? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's like an 8-ounce bag. Okay, yeah, this is not a sunflower seed commercial. Okay, so the act of doing an activity. So, what do you want to do? Ne yapmak istersiniz. We also de da did that. Me or me. Me with the E, me with an I. So if you so the vowel harmony, so cafe has an E at the end, ayran has an O at the end. So it's kahve mi, ayran mı? Kahve mi, ayran mı? Ayla Hanım, çay mı? Ayran mı? Miss Ayla, do you want tea or ayran? Çay içelim. Shall we drink tea? So çay mı is an A, so we got the E for the me. And then ayran, O, we have mu for the I. So, and so if also, in combination to lesson 9, the word the word or. So when asking, would you like chai or would you like tea or would you like coffee? You don't, if it's a question, you don't say the word or. You have to say chai ? So chai me or the cafe me. So that's instead of using or. But if it's a statement, you use the word or. And the word or, which is from chapter 9, you're getting it now, yada. So if you're just like, there is coffee or tea, you'd be like, cafe yada, chai yada. Or cafe yada, chai. Coffee or tea. There. So, that's a better explanation of what was chapter 8. So the introduction of honorifics, bey for man, Mr., and hanim for miss or Mrs., and then me versus mer, so the vowel harmony, honorifics, vowel harmony, and we got more verb, which is what do you want to do? And your activities for for what do you want to do? Yapmak, what do you want to do? Alışveriş, shopping. And once, if you're shopping, how do you say you want to buy something? Almak. So we're alışverişing and we want to almak some stuff. So yeah. Lütfen, I think we learned last chapter. Lütfen means please. Oh, it is this one. So iki lütfen, please. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. Now that we're at restaurant and we figured out where we're gonna go, you know, burası da, orası, or burada, orası da, or orada da is here, there. When we get to the restaurant, how do we call the waiter? It is bakar mısınız, and apparently it means, would you look? Would you look at me? Take my order, please. So bakar mısınız, and then how to ask for coffee. 2 coffees, please. İki kahve lütfen. Lütfen is please. İki kahve lütfen. So bakar mısınız? İki çay lütfen. I'm pretty sure I can yell that in a restaurant, and then they're gonna be like, here you go, Fatma Hanım. İki çay. Teşekkür ederim. Yeah. All right. So we can do activities. We can order at a restaurant. We got some numbers in there. İki, 2, there, 1. Now, chapter 9. Chapter 9 was still, you know, we're using our honorifics. We've got a lot of Ayla and Ali asking for, oh, what do you want to do today? Do you want to eat? Do you want to drink? And how to order from a restaurant again. Bakar mısınız, you know. Ayla Hanım, bir şey yemek ister misiniz? Miss Ayla, you know, do you want to eat something? And then she's like, şimdi ne yapmak istersin? What would you like to drink, or what would you like to eat? No, would you like to eat? Şimdi, what would you like now? That's, what would you like now? Sorry, my definition is not correct. Şimdi, now. What? Şimdi ne istersiniz? What would you like now? But if I put yapmak in there, is what would you like to do now? Like, what would you like to do now? Look at me, editing my own English translation. Yeah. So you can also say, şimdi bir şey yemek istiyorum, or şimdi bir şey içmek istiyorum. Now I'd like to eat something. Now I'd like to drink something. Kahve mi? Çay mı? Ne içersiniz? What do you want to drink? Cafe, question mark, or coffee, chai, because those are questions. And now, so if you're with a group of people, or I don't know how you even put this in a conversation, maybe you're talking on the phone and someone's like, no, that doesn't work. Or maybe you're going to meet someone for coffee and your parents are like, hey, who you're going to meet with, who you're going with. The word with whom is kiminle, right? Or kiminla. So kiminle with an E is masculine. I think be. Kiminla is feminine, and it's with hanım, ha, la. So these are the, you're ending it, the le or la at the end of the honorific. So then I would say, with Mr. Ali. Ali Bele. Or with Miss Ayla. Ayla Hanimla. And yeah. So, or if you say, I'm going to drink coffee with Ayla, the entire sentence would be Ayla Hanam Ayla Hanam la kafe ichilim. I'm going to drink coffee with her. So, with whom? Let's drink there. Borada da ichilim. Oh, now we have the opposite of I don't understand. So I don't understand unlimited, which took a really long time to get that tongue twister. Unlimited. Now the word for I do understand is unludum. So you get the meh out of there. Meh. You take the mi from the middle of the word that is to not do, and you go unludum. Unludum, I understand. Or yes, unludum, I understand. Unlimited, I don't understand. Biliorum, I know. Bilmiorum, I don't know. So bilmiorum, I don't know. The same with conusiorum, I speak. Conushmiorum, I don't speak. So I think I got that one pretty good. All right. And instead of saying pardon for like excuse me, we're now we've got offendum. Still got offendum. Offendum. I beg your pardon. But on top of offendum, we learned, where is it? Oh, finally. Tamam, my favorite word. Okay. Okay. Onlar is fine. Tamam's okay. And I finally get to say it. Tamam. Tamamme. Are you okay? Tamamme. Is this okay? Tamam. Tamam. Tamam. Okay. Okay. The amount of times that tamam has saved me when I had to try and understand what the people are asking me. I'm like, tamam, tamam, tamam. Sweet. It's like, it like works in so many different scenarios. I love tamam. And I think as Americans, we say okay a lot anyway. It's a good like filler, but yeah. All right, so finishing off chapter 9, we start learning about time. What time are we actually meeting up at these restaurants and having tea and chai? What time are we actually going shopping? You know, so instead of Shimdi and Sonra, now and later, we actually are be like, is it 1 o'clock? You know, is it 2 o'clock? Are we going? Specifically, the only numbers we discussed is 1, 2, 8, and 9. I guess the rest of the day, we don't do anything. We just chill. We only doing stuff at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. Is it AM or PM? I don't know. I can tell you, though, that when there's dinners in Turkey, and we're like, oh, we're eating at like 8:39, you will have visitors at 10:30 because they're coming for chai or they're coming for a cafe. And I'm like, it's bedtime. Why are people ringing the doorbell right now? No, Turks don't sleep. Turks don't sleep. And you know what else? They're also up at 5 a.m. for Fajr. So they when they do sleep, it's like 3-4 hours. Because there's been plenty of times, maybe because I was a visitor and, you know, everyone had to get rounds of visiting me and it's all like different shifts that they worked. There's been several times where we'll finally come back to my hala's house, my chai hala's, because she loves chai. She averages about, 6 to 7 cups of chai a day. She got up to 15 one day I was there. I don't know, maybe I stressed her out. But anyways, so she's my chai hala. And it was like we was out all day. It was like, oh, it's time for dinner. We didn't sit to eat dinner till about 8:39. And like we're finishing up dinner and we're sitting down. It's like, oh, it's time for chai. And I'm like, Did I not just eat? Like, how's it chai time? Okay, it's chai time. With sukar, ikisani, sugar, 2 sugars. And then it'll be like, oh, we're like goofing off. And I'm like, okay, I know I'm tired, but it's entertainment time, you know. This is the time I have. I'll sleep when I'm dead, or I'll sleep when I'm on the plane, whatever. I can push through 2 weeks with very little sleep. Why not, you know, while I still have my youthfulness, right? Let's not sleep, not maintain this youthful glow. So I'm so sidetracking. I'm sorry, but this is fine. So then it'll be like, okay, let's stretch. And they're looking at their phones. I'm like, why are you guys checking your phones? It's kind of like, what's going on? You know, making me feel mad sus. Like, what's about to happen? And it's something. Doorbell rings. It's like 11:45. And then other aunts and uncles are visiting. I'm like, shouldn't you be in the bed? Ain't this your bedtime? Like, what's going on? You know, all my aunts and uncles are older. So definitely 50s, 60s. I'm just like, it's my bedtime. How are you even alive? Like, I mean, I hate to say death and alive, but how are you even awake right now? And then they'll stay for like an hour or two, and I'm like, oh, it's 1 a.m. Doorbell, ding dong. Then one of my cousins pop up, and I'm just like, you live on the Asian side. What you doing here, bro? Like, when you going to bed? Like, and then we'll be up till like almost 2 or 3 o'clock, and like everyone's dozing. You get that headache that you got FOMO happening, but you know you want to sleep, but you can't sleep because everyone's there. You don't want to be the person who bows out first, so you gotta stay strong. And you're like, yeah, sure, give me another. Then they got biscuits and cakes, and I'm just like, bruh. I mean, I was always told not to eat after 8 o'clock, and now you're just like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and we got dessert, and I'm just like, okay, push through. I ain't no quitter. I'm gonna push through. And then it's like, someone finally is like, oh yeah, I gotta get up for work tomorrow. I was like, this is it. We get to go to bed now. This is amazing, right? And so I look at the clock, and it's being like almost it's 4 o'clock, and everyone's saying goodbye, good night, you know. Iganlar, gule, I love you. And then you finally get to sleep. It's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Ding! You hear the freaking tea whistle all over again, because my aunt, maybe 1 hour and a half of sleep, she's already making chai. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. We just went to bed. Like, what? And of course she's getting up for Faja, but I'm just like, when do you sleep? Are you sleeping like in the middle of the day when we're out, like, if me and my cousin are out doing activities? Is that when you sleep? Like, I don't understand. And then there's a full breakfast spread at 7:30. I'm just like, bro, I can't do this time schedule. It's like, yeah, all day. So you're out and about for like 20 hours of the day. 20 hours of the day. Yeah. I mean, granted, my child, she doesn't work. She's retired. So even when we're leaving, she's like, oh, I'll do your laundry and stuff. I'm like, no, it's fine. I'll go back to America with dirty clothes. I hate to have people do chores for me when I packed enough so that I wouldn't have to do the chore. And they're just like, oh, it'll be a good thing if you do, you know, if I just do this for you. I'm like, I know they do it for love, but like, I feel bad because I'm like, I'm an adult. I don't want you to like wash my underwear. I mean, even though that's stupid to feel like it's family, who cares if they wash your underwear? But I'm like, I didn't even want to wash my underwear while I'm traveling. Why do I want you to wash my underwear while I'm traveling, you know? And they don't have dryers, so she has like a wash machine so she can wash it, but she has to clothespin it up. So I'm like, you're good. Everyone's seen my underwear now. I'm like, it's just underwear. Everyone has underwear. It's not a big deal. But yeah. Total sidetrack. But I don't know where I was going with that. Clock. Time. So the word for clock is sat. Okay. The word. So, full circle. Sat is the word for o'clock. So if you want to do something at 8 o'clock, you say sat sekis de. De, because sekis has an I for vowel harmony, so it's D-E, de. At 8 o'clock, It could be day, it could be night. I don't know the word for AM or PM yet. So, sat sekiz de. If you want to do it at 9 o'clock, sat dokuz de. Da. Sat dokuz da. That's at 9 o'clock. So, a U is an A for da for vowel harmony. All right, so we got sat sekiz de, sat dokuz da. Dokuz da. That's a vibe. At 9. Now, if you're asking at 8 o'clock, then we need our mus back, right? So we're going to do sat sekiz de mu. It's an mi because it's an e. Mu. Yes. No, I don't think that was right. I just wrote mi. Might be wrong. I'd have to listen to that part again. All right, so and if someone's like, oh, when did you want to eat? And you were like, oh, can we do that 1 o'clock, please? You would say, sat ber de lutfan. At 1 o'clock, please. Yeah, at 1 o'clock. If you need to confirm a time, be like, oh, at 2 o'clock, is that okay? You would say, sat iki de. Tamam mı? Tamam mı? Is it okay if we meet at 2 o'clock? The word or. This is the big one. Okay, so if it's because there's a statement, if you're giving someone 2 options, or if they're responding with 2 options, if you ask them what time, ne zaman, when, and they can be like, let's see, sat ber de ya da iki de. So at 1 o'clock or 2. But because you're not asking them, because you're not giving them 2 options, it's not a question. It's a statement from them. They're giving you 2 options. So you can use the word or, which is yada. So, where's the sentence that has all of it on here? Beershire, chai masanas, would you like to drink? That one isn't being... okay, we'll do this. If the word or is in the beginning of the sentence, you can say, yada dokuzda, tamam mı? Or, so, or at 9 o'clock. So let's say, if you ask Miss Ayla, when should we drink tea together? So you'd be like, Ayla hanım, beraber, içelim mi? When should we drink tea together? Or tell her we should drink tea together. And then she's like, saat sekiz ya da dokuz, 8 or 9. And she'd be like, saat sekiz. And then jump in, ya da dokuzda, tamam mı? Or at 9 o'clock. Okay? Okay? But see, what I don't get about this conversation though, Hyla, you didn't listen. They already asked you, do you want to go have a drink at 8 or 9? You answered 8, right? And you immediately changed your mind to 9. But then why are you then asking a question again? Can't you just say, never mind, let's do it at 9? But apparently, or 9, okay? So you're still not really making a decision. You confirmed on 8. And you're like, oh, but we could also do it at 9. Like, pick a side. Pick a side, Ayla. Ya da dokuz da. Tamam mı? Saat 8 ya da 9. Tamam. Saat 8 de. Okay. At 8. Ya da 9 de mi? Tamam mı? Saat 8 de mi? 9 de mi? At 8 or at 9. So it's almost like if this is Ali, he's like, girl, saat 8 de mi? Are we doing this at 8? Are we doing this at 9? 9 de mi? I don't know why I'm getting aggressive with this. Yeah. I think I've just looked at this way too long. It's like 3:30 now, so yeah. It's been a long day. like working through, ate. That was like a good 2 hours. And then got some breakfast, started 9, then got hungry again, got a snack. But yeah, this has been Units 8 and 9, which I realize they're called units and not lessons, but of the pimsleur 30-day Learn Turkish challenge. I'm going to definitely do something else now, so I'm not looking at Turkish anymore for the rest of the day. I'm pretty sure Unludden, you can understand. I'm pretty sure you can understand that I've had enough. This is Fatma Hamon signing out. That didn't sound right. Fatma Hanım. Güle güle. I will see you tomorrow.